The Land Grant Act, 1862, is one of the three most important events in the history of American higher education. It's the first. It did several things, but perhaps the most important was to make a statement that higher education is important for a much broader group of people than historically had been the case. Higher education had been a privilege. It had been for the wealthy to train clerics, but it hadn't been available for the public at large.
Can you imagine that? Imagine that kind of commitment in the worst of all possible wars, a civil war, with the bloodiest battles ever fought in our history occurring, and they paused to say, we're going to build a great university system and make it accessible to everyone. And I like Nebraska because even though I'm not sure how many of us know these stories, the mission, the concept of a great public university to serve the needs of its constituents still lives here.
This whole notion of the land-grant model of having a responsibility not only to deliver academic programs to students in the classroom and in the laboratory, but also to have an obligation to take knowledge to the people of the state, and in our case, Nebraska, and the communities and townships and farms on which they lived and worked. So
what we find in research, if it is stored on the shelves in professors' offices, then we missed our opportunity to educate people and make an impact.
I work for the citizens of the University of Nebraska, and so then I should be giving back to them, and I should at least make the effort to have my research or portions of that research be relevant to them. And I think most of the faculty that I encounter in the kind of campus here think that way.